We continue to follow breaking news and the stock slide this morning. This is a live look at the Dow Jones. It shows a drop of around 1,400 points so far today. The Nasdaq and S&P also started off down. This morning, Business Buzz host Ryan Fraser joins us. So why is this happening right now?
Or, there's a number of things. The policy uncertainty is at an all-time high for a lot of folks right now. As you mentioned, the S&P is down roughly 4%. Dow Jones is down about 4%, and the Nasdaq is down 5%. And it's largely driven by the fact that we already have pretty high, still high inflation in the country. There's concern that these tariffs are going to further stoke weaker economic growth. So there's a true, if you will, rattling of the global markets. And so that's why this is happening, and it's to be expected. These tariffs are really shaking up the global markets. They're shaking up Wall Street. They're shaking up corporate America.
Who is taking the brunt of the drop in markets?
Well, the reality is that the large institutional investors are the ones who are really taking it on the chin. I mean, now, that's not to say that those of us who are retail investors aren't going to be, if you will, get some collateral damage due to this. We will, perhaps in the near term, but it's really those large money managers who have lots of money into various stocks around the world who are taking the hardest hit right now. And they're the ones who have the greatest level of uncertainty.
What would you do?
Well, I have to first say, as someone who holds, I hold the Series 7 General Securities license, so I cannot give specific investment advice, but I can say, generally speaking, don't try to time the market here. If you're looking at what's happening, stay in the market. These things tend to work themselves out. And I think what we'll see is over time, there may need to be a correction. There may be a further drop in the stock market, but give it time. Talk to your financial advisor, of course, but let these things play out. Don't have a knee-jerk reaction. And so what I would do, stay consistent in the market.
All right, very interesting. Okay, you're a busy man. Not only are you following this, you're also putting out a new episode of your show, The Business Buzz, on 9 News Plus. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we just dropped a new show this week. We're talking about things like federal job cuts, which is, a really big deal for a lot of folks. And the show airs tonight at 7 p.m. So if you haven't caught the latest episode of The Business Buzz, I hope you tune in. But as I've said to you guys many times, this is a great opportunity for us to really dig into those meaty business issues. And so we got some really good stuff on deck, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully, viewers tuning in tonight.
All right. So, and again, tell people where they can see the Business Buzz.
Business Buzz, 9 News Plus. Check us out tonight and throughout the week, 9 News Plus. We always tell folks, if you want to learn about what's happening in business, why it's important, how it affects our economy, check out the Business Buzz.
Okay. All right, Ryan, thank you so much for coming in. Really appreciate the insight.
Truly, yeah.
Around what's going on Wall Street as well.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you.